What's going on, guys? Zach Crawford here, and in this video I'm going to talk about the truth about affiliate marketing in 2019, and I'm going to share with you my predictions of what's going to happen over the next 2, 3, 5 years. You know, a lot has changed since I started 5 or 6 years ago in this industry, and regardless if you're somebody who is just getting started in affiliate marketing, you're somebody that's actually making money and you actually want to scale up your profits, this video is going to be helpful for you. All right, so tip number one is to pick an audience to serve, or basically pick an audience or a niche of people that are very passionate about a specific subject. You can't cater to everybody. When you're trying to cater to everybody, you pretty much speak to no one. And so here's the thing. What I tell every single beginner affiliate marketer that comes to me for help is that there's no need for us. If we're truly honest, like, we are just a middleman. So as an affiliate marketer, you got the customer over here, right? They have some kind of problem they are facing, they have a desire, and they want to get over here, which is the promised land, aka the product you're going to sell them that's going to help them get there. We're just bridging the gap to get them there, right? That's what you're doing as an affiliate. You're solving a big problem by recommending them to a product that will actually solve that problem. So here's the thing. You got to care about your audience. You got to care about their problems, their frustrations, their struggles, their ambitions, their goals, the things they want to achieve. Because if you don't make it all about them, you won't win. However, if you focus on this and it's like your number one goal every single day, like, how do I serve these people and how do I actually create content that will help them solve the problems or connect the dots so they can solve the problems, you'll win every single time. All right, so my biggest tip for you is to pick an audience that you're actually excited about and you want to serve. And when I say serve, I mean actually helping the people. You actually care and are obsessed with helping those people in that marketplace. It's going to make it so much easier for you to create content, to put out value, and to serve an audience if you're actually interested in yourself. For me, the only two industries that I could ever do that with pretty much are fitness and marketing. Outside of that, like, a lot of stuff just doesn't interest me. With marketing and fitness, I literally will spend hours reading content, going through courses, going to events, watching content myself because I'm a product of the product. I consume it all the time. When I first started, I was a very selfish person. I literally was creating all these low quality sites. I had over 150 at one time, and I didn't care about the audience at all. All I wanted them to do is click my ads so I get paid, click my affiliate links and go buy the stuff so I get paid. And one particular site was HVAC. I literally built this site for like 6 months, had hundreds of articles on it, put tons of work into it. And even though I was making sales referring people to college, eventually it got to the point where I'm sitting at my computer like, oh man, another article I got to write about these damn people. And because of the fact that I didn't care about the audience, I didn't care about the topic, it got to a point where the site basically just, it dwindled away because I didn't have passion to do it. So if you want to make a lot of money in affiliate marketing, it makes it so much easier when you're focusing on serving an audience. It's just not enough anymore to go out there and create crappy content, just run people with, an offer to a sales page from paid traffic. Like, you're just not going to be able to do that. You're going to get buried by the people that are actually immersing themselves in a specific audience and serving those people, and they actually care about helping those people, not just getting paid. All right, so tip number two is to pick one product and focus everything you have on selling it and marketing it. And I literally mean one product. A lot of people think you need a ton of products to make a lot of money, and you just don't, right? So here's the thing. As an entrepreneur, you need to learn to be decisive. Don't be the person that's like, what's the best product? What will make me the most money? Only amateurs focus on the commission. When I said before, if you focus on making money, you usually don't make money. If you focus on solving problems, you make a whole lot of it. So sometimes the best product for your industry is the product that makes less money, but there's a bigger need because it solves a bigger problem and you can make more money because of that. So here's my thing. I have a criteria that I follow for every single product I sell. Number one, I need to use it and believe in it. I can't promote something if I don't know it will help my audience, if I don't know that it's awesome. Like, I've got so many opportunities like, hey Zach, you'll crush it with this offer, and I just won't do it because I know that if I promote one bad product to my audience and it doesn't help them, or that person abuses their trust, like, they're never going to buy from me anymore. They're going to remember who recommended that product, and they're going to associate that bad feeling of the person that sent them there. So always promote products that you know and believe will help your audience, because it's going to make it so much easier to sell something when you truly believe in it yourself. Now, the final thing I want to touch on this is don't be the person that tries multiple streams of income before you focus on selling one product effectively. If you can't sell one product very good, you're going to have a hard time selling number 2, 3, and 4. You're going to end up all over the place and just dabbling. All right, so step number 3 is picking your platform and owning it. And I think this is honestly one of the most important steps because marketing and sales is your business, right? A lot of people get caught up and they think like the product they're selling is the business, but the business is not the product. The business is the marketing. Without the marketing, you make no money. So you want to pick a platform that you're literally going to focus everything you have on learning it, mastering it, and becoming the best. So if, for instance, you like Instagram and your audience is there, do Instagram. If you're like me and you love video, then do video. If you love blogging because you're not really wanting to be on camera, then master writing and share your content on like Pinterest and Facebook. If you like podcasts because you just digest podcasts all the time, then do a podcast. I want you to realize this. There's going to be a ton of people that are going to tell you if you don't do Instagram, you won't survive. If you don't do Facebook ads, you won't survive. If you don't do YouTube, you're not going to survive. I want you to realize that every single thing works. What happens is somebody tries something, it doesn't work for them because they're not consistent, they don't really put much effort into it, so they say it don't work. But the difference is it's not that the platform doesn't work, it's they didn't work. So realize that. Understand every single platform works. Whatever you focus on mastering is going to work for you. So what you want to do is draw your line in the sand and say, hey, I'm going to be the best at Instagram and I'm going to put out the best content on Instagram to serve my marketplace. And when you focus on that day in and day out, you study the algorithm, you study what content other people are putting out so you can figure out how you can compete. You constantly focus on getting better so you can deliver your message to your audience. And you realize this is a process that if you master it, you're going to make tons of money in the future. You're going to always win. So what you got to do is pick that one platform and focus 100% on it. If you want to dominate in affiliate marketing, you're going to have to start creating content. You got to start creating a personal brand, and that's what's going to make you stand out in 2019, 2020, and 5 years from now. It's no longer enough to just like promote a product. You know, when I first started, you literally could just go run a paid ad and make money. It was that easy. Now, it won't work that way. You literally are going to go in the negative in order to make a commission, and that's because of the fact that other people are willing to put themselves out there. They're not hiding behind their computer. They're out there building trust with their audience, so that way when people actually want to buy something, they're going to buy it from the person they trust. You know, paid ad costs are going up and up and up. Literally, you know, every quarter it's going up. And I want you to realize that if your whole business was built on paid ads specifically, eventually this is going to be very, very tough. If you're a marketer getting started right now and you're trying to go and just paid ads so you can hide behind the computer and just run ads to an offer, like you're going to get buried. And it's because of the fact that you're competing against a marketer that has a level 100 skills. They have a huge budget, much bigger than you, and you're just getting started and you're trying to not do the things that are necessary to get the results. So my biggest tip here is to focus on building a personal brand, because the number one thing that's going to allow you to sell is trust. When somebody trusts you, it makes it so much easier when you recommend a product that they actually take your recommendation and buy that product. Now, I'm not telling you not to do paid ads. I do paid ads myself. But if you're trying to skip the content creation process, your ads are going to be 10 times more expensive. You're going to have a harder time selling because nobody knows you and they don't trust you. And then you're competing against people that literally would do this stuff anyways because they enjoy creating content. So learn to love the process. Just like I said earlier, the more you can become obsessed with marketing and sales and getting good at this, it's going to make it so much easier in your career as an affiliate marketer. All right, so tip number 4 is to build your list. And by list, I mean multiple lists. So if you watch any of my other videos on the channel, I'm always talking about email marketing and why it's powerful. And the reason being is that most people don't buy right away. They don't buy the first point of contact they come across you. They buy after multiple touches, and you got to build trust and build that relationship before they usually actually will be willing to pull out their credit card and spend money. And it's a very, very profitable business. In fact, it's very easy to get lazy because you can send emails and make thousands of dollars every single day. In the past, my business has almost been built exclusively on email, which now I realize is kind of stupid. Even though it's made me a 7-figure business, it's going to change in the future. When I started actually listening to my customers, surveying my own habits, I realized that we all have our own little pocket on the internet that we spend more time. Some people literally live in their email inbox and check it like 10 times a day. Some people check it 1 time a day. Some people check it once a week. And so what I'm getting at here is if you're only relying on the power of one, your business is going to be on weak, faulty ground. And so I've already started thinking about this as to how I'm moving forward in the future. One of the things I'm doing this year is heavily focusing on building my YouTube channel as a major asset. That's a list. I'm focusing on building my Facebook group where I do live streams every single day. That's another list. In the future, I plan to actually get into Instagram and then also a podcast. But here's the thing. If you're a one-man or woman show, you can't do all this at once. Like, I love Gary Vaynerchuk. I follow Gary Vaynerchuk. He's a genius dude. And a lot of people I see are trying to emulate his habits, right? They're trying to be on Snapchat, on Instagram, on Facebook, on podcast, on the newest platform that launches. And it's not realistic. What you don't see is Gary Vee has a team, right? All the people you may be idolizing, they have a team. I already have a team now for my actual agency that actually serves my clients, but I'm starting to build an internal team just for Zach. Somebody who can transcribe my videos on my blog. Somebody who can take my videos and edit them. I'm even planning to get a videographer to help me with the shooting of my videos so I don't got to do it all myself. I plan to eventually get somebody to help me with Instagram content and then eventually a podcast. But you can't do all that yourself effectively. You know, I see a lot of people when they get into the business, they're trying to like put their content in all the platforms. And if you look at what they're doing, they do one very, very effectively. So my biggest tip here is to pick one platform you're going to master. Let's say it's YouTube, and then the second one should be an email list. You should always have the email list in there. And the reason being is if YouTube ever gets banned, like your channel goes down, you still have an email list. You can email the people and be like, hey guys, I'm over here now. Like it's literally that easy. Or Instagram and an email list. Just pick one platform to focus on, go all in on that platform and master it, as we talked about earlier, but combined it with an email list. Now you have multiple points of contact. Your platform is not just a platform to put out content. It's a secondary email list that allows you to get in touch with your customers consistently day after day. And when you're in touch with them day after day, that's what builds that trust. That's what builds that bond. And then when you're recommending products, they're going to end up buying. All right, so my fifth tip is to never quit. Now, this probably almost sounds silly, but here's the thing. Most people want to get rich quick. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to get excited about things before they actually see a result. And here's what you got to realize. If you want to be successful in affiliate marketing or any business, you have to believe it before you see it. You have to be willing to put in the work now and know that you're building an asset that's going to grow. You have to be inspired and do the work and be motivated regardless if you even feel motivated or not. You have to be willing to get up every single day and focus on getting better. You have to be willing to fight through those challenges and those struggles and those self-doubts in your head and keep at it every single day and have the same motivation now as when you started. And that's what most people fail to do, right? They get really excited about the opportunity of affiliate marketing when they get going, but then when something doesn't go their way or things don't go as fast as they want them to, they want to give up and they want to quit. And I want you to realize this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a real business. And the downside to affiliate marketing is the barrier to entry is very, very low. You can literally start for free compared to a lot of other business models. But at the same time, you still got to put in the work. You still got to work hard. You still got to stay excited on days that you don't want to be excited. I treat what I'm doing, I treat this creating videos with YouTube, right? It's like digital real estate. What I can tell you is in the past, I've made insane amounts of money. I'd have huge months, right? And it's great. It's awesome to make big amounts of money in 1 month. But the longer I go into business, the more I realize I really value passive income. I really value things that I can put in the work now, aka digital real estate. That's how I look at YouTube videos, is I'm putting in the work now. And a year from now, those videos are going to be digging ditches for me. They're going to be going to work every single day and making me money, getting me leads, and impacting more people, spreading my influence. And it's all from the work that I'm putting in today. It would be very easy for me to sit back right now and be like, oh man, I got to shoot another video. Oh man, I got to get creative and think about what I can create today to help somebody. But it doesn't matter if I feel like doing it or I don't want to do it or I'm very, very pumped up to do it, I'm still going to do it. And it's because I know that when you put in the work now and you build those assets, it's going to compound and pay you back later. So here's what I want you to realize, right? When you get into business, you don't get into business and make money in 30 days. You don't get into business and make money in a week and make tons of money. I've had people in the past where I shared about the amounts of money I was making. At the time, I was making $50,000 a month, and this was like several years ago. And I talked about it like quite often. And it was just because I was using it to motivate other people. But the problem with that is people would come in and say, I'm going to make $50,000 in the next 30 days, Zach. And I'm like, all right, good luck. And what I want you to realize is that you got to start treating this like a real business, right? I want you to think about, for instance, this, and this is what I'm going to leave you with. If you go in and you have a job, which I'm going to guess that you probably do, or you probably wouldn't be watching this video, right? If you have a job, you got to go in and you got to follow a schedule. You got to be disciplined. You got to do things. I'm pretty sure probably your boss has a set routine that you follow every single day, right? I know that's how it was at my job. If I would go in and even if I didn't feel like doing it, it didn't matter. My boss didn't care how I felt. Get that stuff done. And so that's my point. You got to treat your business more important than even the job. Here's the difference. If you go to college, let's just say to be a doctor, you spend 8 years of your life to make, let's say, 6 figures. And a lot of times you probably don't even start at that. And not to mention you acquire insane amounts of debt that it's going to take you 20, 30, 40 years of your life to pay off. The difference is if you just sacrifice and you put in the work over the next 6 to 12 months, you can be making more money than a doctor will a year from now. Now, I'm not saying it's going to take you a year to actually make money, but you got to become obsessed with the process. You got to become obsessed with getting better. You got to become obsessed with learning the skills that's going to allow you to add value to other people's lives, and that's what's going to make you the money. If you take this attitude, you're going to do very, very well in affiliate marketing. If you do what most people do, where you want to be lazy, you want to do the least amount of work, and you just want to like link people to products and get sales, unfortunately, it's just not going to be a great path for you to take. And that's because now the barrier to entry is not as easy as it was years ago. Honestly, there's not a single business that I'm aware of out there right now, not Amazon FBA, not Shopify, not running an agency with Facebook ads. All of these businesses, the learning curve is going to be up here as well as the competition. But you shouldn't want things to be easier. You should want to get better. That's what most people want. They want things to be easy. And I want you to realize this, even though I just said about, the competition, how things are going to be hard, I'm trying to get you to wire your brain right for business, right? Because most people want things to be easy. So if you're willing to put in the work, you're willing to stick with it, you're willing to fight through the struggles and the self-doubts and be consistent, you have almost no competition. Because once you actually do that, you have this much competition because there's only a handful of people making the money because only a handful of people are willing to do the work. Look at any basketball player like Michael Jordan or Kobe. Most basketball players just put in the bare essentials, and that's why they only last for a couple of years in the NBA. So my point is, you can never quit on yourself, because once you quit on one thing and you think like this path over here is going to be easier, you're training your brain to be a quitter, and you're going to keep quitting on everything you do. If you stick with it, you're going to win big. So with that being said, I hope you got value from this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos. And finally, if you want to actually learn how to put all this stuff together and how I do everything, I have a free training in the description below. With that being said, take care, and I will see you in the next video.